Ladies and gentlemen, it's league season. Not really, but it does seem like an accurate leak. It's just an old one. So let me go through here and I'll read out the reasons why I think it's a real leak because there's some really pretty convincing evidence. Firstly, I want to give credit to Reddit user Dops. He posted this about a year ago, right after that first trailer came out. It didn't give us really any information on that first trailer. It just pretty much showed us how the game worked, right? It didn't give us any details about the game. So we'll just get right into it. He says that his older brother's friend works at Avalanche, which we're getting some real my dad works at Nintendo vibes here, right? But he says he begged him for info on the game, and this is some of the stuff that he gave him. So I'll go over what makes this a legit leak first, and then I'll get into some of the juicy stuff here at the end. The first thing that makes me think that this is legit is the fact that he says you enter Hogwarts as a fifth-year student, and down in the comments on there, nobody thinks he's, nobody believes it, right? This guy says, why would you enter as a fifth year, yet go to Diagon Alley for your wand and pet? LMFAO, nice attention grab. Little does he know. You can be a good or bad witch depending on what you do in game. That would have been new information at the time. We did not know that. He called that out over a year ago. Makes me think it's legit. You meet different people during your stay at Hogwarts. You can make friends. I mean, obviously you're gonna make friends. Here it says the main storyline will be about you having ancient powers that can be able to control and tame all magical creatures. That makes sense because down here it says that the villain of the game is trying to recruit all the powerful magical creatures to his side, similar to what Voldemort did to the Giants in Order of the Phoenix. That lines up because we know that there's a lot of corrupted creatures in the game. We see them with that red glow in a lot of the state of play. And then we also see a dragon with a blue glow. So I think that the blue glow is what happens when we bring them back to the good side. We bring them back to the light. We make them healthy again. Here it says, at the beginning of the game, you enter Diagon Alley and get your school supplies. You can get a pet, any of the pets that you can see from the movies, basically, movies and books. And then to get your wand, you'll have to take a quiz similar to the one you find on Pottermore. Now, taking the quiz for the wand doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me in terms of video game logic. I mean, I know that everybody who's playing Hogwarts Legacy would be completely down to do that, but it just feels weird to have a quiz in a video game, you know what I mean? If you have not completed the main storyline, you can't leave Hogwarts. That makes sense, I suppose, because when are you going to need to leave Hogwarts? Because the game is Hogwarts Legacy. It's not Wizarding World Legacy. So that one just makes sense, not necessarily verifying or, disqualifying this leak. It says here, you'll go to classes and learn new spells. These classes are part of the main storyline, as you'll need these spells to learn further into the main storyline. Which makes sense because we do see Incendio at one point in the beginning of the trailer, and it's just like a flame, right? He's just like, Incendio, and it's like, on fire. And then later he's like, Incendio, and there's like, explosions and stuff, and there's just fire everywhere, and everybody gets burned. So it makes sense that we can upgrade those spells, and we did see that in the state of play. So, and here, the good stuff. You will be able to try out for your house's Quidditch team and play Quidditch as a side quest. Quidditch confirmed. We get Quidditch. Not necessarily though, because a lot of people think that we're not going to get Quidditch. We're just going to get flying. And being able to change positions between games seems a little bit like wishful thinking to me. It's such a complex thing for a side quest. You know what I mean? Like it could be its own separate game. So it would be weird to have that just as a side quest. Near the end of the game, you'll be able to learn to cast a Patronus. Your Patronus will be the animal based on your wand test and what decisions you make in the game. It makes sense that if we were to get a Patronus, that's how it would work. But it just seems, again, kind of like wishful thinking because that's going to be a really complex thing. And if people aren't getting the Patronus that they want, they're going to be pissed. So we'll see about that one. Here it says there will be a house point system. If you're caught out of bed or any other bad things you might do, your house will lose points. That one kind of makes sense because we do see that we get a sneak stat. Why else would you need a sneak stat if you're not sneaking around the castle? And obviously there's got to be a penalty for sneaking, right? And then there will be a house cup scene at the end telling you which house won. That'd be cool. And then Dumbledore shows up and he's like, 50,000 points to Gryffindor, and you just lose every time. When you complete the game, you'll continue to go to classes and learn new spells and upgrade your wizard until you graduate. If there's anything that disqualifies this leak, it's gonna be that. Because we recently got confirmed by the devs that it's just the 1 year, right? It's just fifth year. But after you do complete the game, it says, when you visit a place after you complete the game's storyline, you will travel there by flue powder. That one makes sense because we did see in the state of play little green flames popping up all over the place. And then basically here it just says there's a small delay between casting spells and recasting the same spell. But yeah, that's really all that I've got here for you today, guys. If you enjoyed, hit the subscribe button. I'll be going over some more leaks as they pop up. But until next time, catch you next time, nerds.